Now we're moving on to the automated buttonhole, which is just a little bit different. It's quite easy, but it's got a slightly different foot as well. So for my electronic machine, I actually have the option of just pressing a button and it'll finish the buttonhole, start and finish it for me. It will also decide the size of the buttonhole for me by gauging the size of my button. So your foot should look fairly similar. And you can see how you can move this end bit up and down. This is to place your button in. So take your button and push this down until it holds your button nice and snugly. Okay, the next thing you want to do is change your foot. Remove your standard foot. And apply the new one. Now you want to go and put your thread through the hole here. My machine has an up and down button. So instead of turning the hand wheel, I can just press the button here. You might need to turn the hand wheel on your machine. Then there's another lever, which you might be able to see if I move this. This will cause the buttonhole or the sewing to stop within the range of the buttonhole. If I forget to engage that, which I have before, I'm going to get indefinite length buttonholes, which is really not what I want. So do remember to put this back on, just to keep that gauge there. Place your fabric underneath and you can see here's our initial buttonhole that we made in the 4-step buttonhole. And then go to your stitch selector. I have 3 different buttonholes. Well, I've got a few different ones to choose from, but 3 different ones that you would use most of the time. Just a rectangular buttonhole, a round buttonhole, or maybe a keyhole buttonhole. I'm going to go and use the number 16, just a square or rectangular one. So on my machine, I'm just pressing buttons until I get to number 16. All I need to do now is put my foot down on the foot pedal and watch the magic happen. So as you can tell, I haven't even touched the fabric because the feed dogs underneath, in unison with the foot on the top, move the fabric through just in time, just perfect, to have a nice and balanced buttonhole. If you do have very slippery fabric, you might just want to rest your hands very gently here, just to stop the fabric from moving to the left or the right slightly, but you definitely don't want to pull on either end. You lift your presser foot. And then you do the same thing to open your buttonhole. Pop your pin in before the bar tack. Take your unpicker and move along to the end. Clip any little stray strands that are coming off. And your buttonhole is done. The next thing we're going to look at is some different types of zippers.